Hello, I'm Morris Dimba and welcome to this tutorial. Today we are going to part 3 of Tapered portal frame, and from which we will be generating drawings using templates from master drawing catalog. Let's get started, and we are going to use the model you're seeing on the screen to generate our drawings. Not all drawings, just to give you a leeway on how to pick up in generating drawings in Tekla structures. Now, having this in my system, and I think if you've been following closely, you've been seeing how this was created in step by step. Though there's some parts that I didn't really present to you, like this part footing and the column basis, and this should be a very simple thing to do, but I'll just take you briefly on how on the basics on how you can manipulate this. First of all, to create the part footing, just come straight to concrete right here and click on that drop down arrow. We have two options here: strip footing and pad footing. Pad footing, which is isolated, we just click on that pad footing and snap right at the center of this grid. Then go straight to column, click on column, and just click on the same spot of the center of that grid. Then by default the column will stretch to a 7 meter high. Then just rectify that. I'll just show you here. Let's assume I've created this part footing and I want to snap right at the center here to place my column right there. So it is not at the center. Let's assume you've placed your column, and just double click on your column right there. This, after double clicking, a column property dialog box will come up, and they'll go straight to position and change that change this top level to 0 level. Then leave this penetration deep into the ground at 450. I'll close that. And also the colors uniformity is also important to change. To change that, in Tekla structure 17 and Tekla structure 2018, the moment I click on this part footing, you'll not see that a cube like in 2018. So the moment you hover on the cube in Tekla 2018, you'll be able to change the color of this component. But here in 2017, first of all, double click on it. Then the first tab on attributes, just come to class here. Now the colors are categorized in classes, maybe class 1, but you don't see the preview of the actual colors, so you must be very conversant with the codes of the colors. Now in this case, the color, this gray color is 1, and if you want a green color, maybe you can type 3 right there and click apply, and you'll be able to see it has changed its color. And let me just retain the color similar to cement. Just give it 1 right there and click modify, apply, and accept. Double click on it. I'll come back and type feed 1 there, apply and accept, and let's just delete that. That was just a brief explanation on how to place this. And maybe you want to, here when you'll realize the moment I press Alt and click on this, everything will be selected. What I did, I just combined the two to be in one assembly, or in one cast unit, as a cast unit. Now we are going straight to drawing creation, and we are going to use the templates in master drawing catalog. To access master drawing catalog, we go straight to drawings and report here and click on this create drawing. Then go straight and click master drawing catalog. Then you will be presented with this. you'll be taken to, just click on that drawing catalog, and this will come up. Create drawings using master drawing catalog. From here you'll be able to pick templates. You have a variety of templates, and also you have the opportunity also to bring your own template. How you detail your drawings, you can bring it here, and how to pull that into master drawing catalog library, I'll show you in the coming tutorial. Now for now we'll be using the Tekla structures, the sample templates that have been stored in this library. Now I'll go and I'll go straight and pick on a general arrangement. And a general arrangement I'll pick still general arrangement elevation G. Now once I've picked on that, I'll go straight and click this create drawing. Though there's a drop down arrow there, you can click on that, and you have also an option of create drawings from all parts. You don't need to create drawings from all parts, you just need to create drawing with the instruction that we'll be giving to the program. Now I'll go straight and click drawing and wait for it to load or to process the information. Just give it time. There we are, and now we'll go straight and close and minimize this, because we'll be coming back to it and give some guidance or use the same templates to generate other drawings. Now we have this create general arrangement drawing dialog box. We want to pick from which grid do we want to generate our elevation. We want to create an elevation from grid line 1. We'll go straight to grid line 1, and we'll go straight and click generate drawing right there. With reference to template from our master catalog drawing, a choice that we picked. Now I'll go straight now to close this. After closing that, I'll follow up my drawing under drawing list. Here I'll click in drawing list and check whether my drawing has been listed here. It has been listed here, and if I maximize this, you can see the name of the drawing is elevation, and the mark is just 1. The type is general arrangement. The drawing size is 804/557, and no modification, still 0000. Created on 27th September. Now I'll double click on this to open the drawing itself. We'll give it time to load, then we have a view, or if we need to make some modification, we'll make it there. Just give it time to load. There we are, it's complete. And what we'll do, we'll just minimize this. We'll minimize this. Then we minimize that. Here we are, we have our drawing already in place. This is our drawing, and it's stretching way out our title block frame. What we'll do now, let me just bring it close so that we have a clear look at it. This grid 1, I'll show you how these grids are read. You know, sometimes you get confused, but I'll explain that to you, how to master these grid lines when it comes to generating drawings along the grid lines. Now I want to work on to reduce the scale of this drawing so that it fits inside. Just double click on this frame covering our drawing. You'll be prompted with the view properties dialog box here, and from here you'll go straight to scale under attributes 1. You have attributes 1, attributes 2. Under attributes 2, you can cut parts, shortening parts. You have options. We don't need to cut parts. We want to have the parts full length, not shortened. You can pick yes, label we will be coming to this. Let me just start with the first tab. First of all, we reduce the scale of our drawing. Just reduce it by 15 by 15 by 15. So we add there we add 15 to make it 100. 1 to 100. Then go straight and click modify. We'll give it time to process the information. Still processing the information. There we are. I'll go straight and click apply and give a nod to that information by clicking an OK button right there. Now it has reduced. And now what I'll do, I'll just press my left button. I'll click on empty screen to deselect the whole thing. Then click on that blue frame. Then press my left button on the mouse and drag my drawing to fit into the space right here. I can place it anywhere, but I want to utilize the whole paper. I'll just place it right there. Now the way it looks now is still not much better, but we need some to comb here and there. If you take a look on the grid, it has some colors here, but we don't want these colors, and how the grid lines and grid line labeling it is presented. We want to customize it. We want to comb it a little bit before we convert this to PDF and proceed to generate other elevations. Now I'll double click on the grid. Then, having clicked on the grid, you'll be presented to, you'll be given these grid properties will come up, and from here you'll be able to change. We want to change these colors not to look like purple. I'll change that to white. And the text also, I'll change it to white right there. And the font type, I normally use Roman D. Just click on this select button under text and just come here and type the type of font you normally use. I use Roman D here, and I'll give it a bold. I want it to stand out. I want it to be a little bit pronounced. Now I'll go straight and click OK. And that's not enough. I don't need this oval shaped grid symbol covering our grid labels. I may decide to retain them by giving them that presentation, and I'll click modify. This is how it looks now, and the text is slightly bigger, and can reduce that to 4 and then go ahead and click OK. That's it. And if I zoom out, you'll be able to see we have some grids here. We have grid labeling way out of shape and not presentable. You cannot share this with anyone. Now what we'll do, we'll just do away. The reason why it's big is because the dimensions here are wider, so the whole area is being tried to be covered. So when all the numbers are covered, you see all these circles are stretching inside each other. Now what I'll do, I'll just get rid of those grids by unchecking that, then go straight and click modify. Then we'll not have them there because we have all the dimensions at this end. We have the dimensions at this end. Now we'll go straight and click modify, apply, and we give an acceptance there by clicking an OK button. And still we are not yet done. The text here on for our dimensions, and note the best. I'll press Control and select that, and come all the way at the bottom end here and select this one also, and select that one, and double click on the final one so that we can access. You can access this dimension properties window, and from here we'll be able to manipulate and feed the right information or feed our preferred settings here. I don't need that color. I need the white color, but I'm picking black because when we print this on the paper, it will appear black, but on the screen here, it will appear white. Now, I want to change this text to Roman D. I'll just type that text and give it a bold, and go straight here and do the same thing, accept that the changes, and the arrows, I can give it that. I'll click modify, and I'll accept that. Accept that. The arrows, there we are, and we have our drawing now closely to we need. Now we should add a grid label up here. You just go ahead and double click on it and come back to this grid and check that, and click modify, apply and accept. We have a grid label up here. Now what else remaining is we can see our pad footing has been sectioned, and what we can do, we can just leave it at that. There's no problem with the sectioning of pad footing. We're not interested in that. Our key part is to generate the steel part. That's much better. And if I zoom close, you can see this, the text, and this information is this information of grid 1 is not enough. We need to slightly expand, give more information about the grid. And this text also, we can click on it and press our left button on the mouse and drag it up so that it will move close to the upper dimension. Now we'll double click on this text, then I'll scroll slightly out so that I can have, when doing the editing here or feeding the appropriate or my preferred settings, I can have a preview of whatever I'm doing at this side, or I mean on this side. Now I'll go straight to label, then pick the first option, A1. Then from here I'll go straight to view. I'll go straight to view and I'll remove it. Now from there, the view here is for grid 1. So the moment I click modify, you'll not see any text there. Now I'll click on text and bring text here. So the moment I'll click on text and click add to this space, you'll be prompted with a small text or mark content text. Now inside here you can now type your information here, your description for that elevation. Now we'll write elevation from grid 1, grid line 1. That's enough. That makes sense. From grid 1, elevation from grid 1. Go ahead and click OK. It will be taken to this end. Now click on the text and come to color here and give it that color. Then the underlining part is now has changed to white, and the text and the font color will give it the same color also, and we can change that to 4. And the font type also we can change by clicking on that, select, and we'll go straight and pick our usual font type and pick. We want it to be a bit pronounced. It's now we'll select and bold. We'll go straight and accept that, and accept the modification. We give a nod to modify, then we wait for the information to be processed and applied, then give a nod to that modification. We'll do the same thing here by click apply and accept, and we go on. Now here we have our drawing from elevation from grid 1. Now the information right here, and also once you've done that, you can pull you can pull your title block right from this end. You come straight to editors here, and I think these have been repeated several times. If this will be so brief, you can check on the channel. There are several drawings that are elaborating further on how to pull your title block from wherever it is into your drawing. I'll come to layout here. Then from the layout, you'll be presented with this layout editor, and after this have already loaded properly, just type the name of your title block. As you can see, the name of my title block here. Then click on it, then give it a location right there. I'll close that and click on empty screen. I'll right click and click interrupt, and that's all. That's all. I'll click interrupt right there, and I don't have no intention of making any adjustment on the title block for today. Let me just go here and save everything. That's why you're seeing this text being presented or placed on our title block. I'll come straight to that button and click save, and I'll click save and overwrite everything, and I'll close this. I'll close that so that we don't see that text on our title block. Today we'll not write any description here, and if you are interested, we can do that. I'll just double click on empty screen, then come to user defined here, then I'll come on the side of drawn, checked and approved by. I'll come to drawn by. I just type DM, and checked by, I'll just write MD, and approved by, I'll just type the MD also right there. Then I'll go ahead and click modify right there, apply and accept, and do the same thing here, apply and accept. You'll see the text here the moment I close the drawing and open it, is when you see the text coming up here. I'll press that so that you can access it. Now we'll go straight and convert this to a PDF. We'll convert this to PDF. We'll close this now. We'll go straight to applications and we'll go straight to file here. Then we'll go to print drawing. After going to print drawing, we'll use a virtual printer, which is a PDF format. We'll just give it time to load all the settings of printout or printing setup or printing settings. Then from there, we'll be picking on the appropriate printer, but in our case, we'll use a virtual printer, which is a PDF. Here we are, and the print drawing properties dialog box is here with us, and we'll pick on the PDF file, pick on the PDF, and this is the location of our drawing. And we can also click here just to have a preview of our drawing. We can click on that, and we'll give it time to load the preview. Our preview is here with us, and we'll fit it to paper. We have a paper size here. Paper size, we can give it, we can click on this and give it an A0 here, and see A0 well how it fits. It fits well. And orientation, is a landscape. You can see how it fits. The drawing fits fully on our paper. And center drawing, just see how it looks like when it's centered. It's much better. Now what we'll do, we'll go straight and print this drawing on a virtual printer. Also, we can instruct it after finishing. It can be opened. Open the folder when finished. You can check that. Then go straight and click print. So when the print is done, we'll have a preview of this, how it looks. We'll give it time to process all the information. The folder has been opened. Now we can just go straight away and double click on the drawing. You can see the plot profile. You can follow the drawings and the plot profiles on the same folder of this model and the Tekla structures model. Our drawing is here with us in PDF, and I'll just double click. I'll just right click, and I want us to see everything. I want to zoom in. Click zoom in, then right click once again. I want to fit it. Now here we are. Here is our drawing converted into PDF, and we can share this with anyone who doesn't have Tekla structures and has the ability to interpret a drawing and has the ability to read the drawing. This is what we're having now. You can see this neatly generated. Now this one can explain to your clients or whoever the drawing is designed for. Let me just come down. You can also see how the title block looks. This is the title block, but you can see that the names that we're entering. So the moment you close the drawing and open it up is when the drawings these will appear. So even here you can feed the description, the client's name, and also the description of the project you can feed there. The scale should be 1 to 100, but I didn't feed the right characters here. I've only fed 3, though they should be around 5, so that it covers these 4 figures. This one, the 2 dots, and the 3 and the 2 zeros were not included in the characters when picking the characters. Then the drawing number is there. You can feed it right there. I think this was explained fully on the previous drawing that I tried to explain how to work on the title block. But if you have any problem, you can just type that question down there on the channel, on the comments under this channel, and I'll be able to respond back to you. Let me just turn this round. You can see that I can fit. Click on the actual size, right click, and fit width. You can see this. This is printable straight from PDF, and I can minimize this, and I close this now. I'll close this, and we'll be back to our drawing. And from there, or from here, we'll like to wind this tutorial. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and let's meet then. Thanks a lot for watching this channel and this video, and keep on watching, and more videos are coming on or are on the way. Thanks, and bye bye. I'm Maurice Dimba.